Hey, wonderful. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome. This is I want to say the Valhart and Friends show. This is the Real Dr. Doolittle show, the Animal Talk Coaching Club with my wonderful guest, Eden Koljord. So let me introduce what we're doing today. Welcome and so glad you're joining us. Oh, look, we've got some wonderful viewers too already. So thank you so much. Today you're going to love our topic. We're talking about self-love, learning love from the animals. How do they love us? How do we love them back? How do they help us feel and resonate and be in more love? So if that interests you, please stay tuned. So this interview with my professional colleague, my wonderful colleague Eden, is part of a series that we're doing. It's an animal communication mini training series. Our intention is to bring you into our world, help you know what we know, see what we see, feel what we feel when we as professional animal communicators and healers work with animals, because we believe that animals are brought into our lives for a reason. They are angels, teachers, guides, and healers. And when we recognize and respect and revere them for who they truly are, they make us better people. Better human beings. So part of my vision is to reach and teach 1 million animal lovers around the world so that you can better understand and communicate with your own animals so that you can feel and share the love. And I believe that when we do that, and I think Eden aligns with me, as do my other guests, is that when we do that, we will change the world. So thank you for being a part of our mission, a part of our cause. Thank you for your support. And please do leave comments and feedback. We will answer everyone. We love you. We're doing this for you and your animals. So welcome my guest today, Eden Koljord. You're welcome. I'm delighted to have you, Eden. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me tell people a little bit more about you, and then we're going to jump in. Okay. So, and by the way, this is in honor of Valentine's Day. So,
yes.
Yay. Okay.
Spreading the love.
Thank you. So we're going to dive into the amazing power of unconditional love, the love that your pet shares with you, demonstrates with you, mirrors for you, or does their best to every day. Eden Koljord is my colleague, a fellow animal communication specialist. She's also an animal Reiki teacher with over 10 years of experience serving animals and their people. Like me, since she was a little girl, Eden has seen and felt an unconditional, loving energy among us coming from animals in the world of nature, Mother Earth. And often the experience of that energy has moved her to tears. That led her on her path to combine non-denominational spiritual principles with the wisdom of the animal kingdom, which I think is so brilliant. I mean, to me, animals, they're master teachers. They're the best guru or, trainer or, confidant or guide that you could ever have. And often many of them are angels in disguise. So I know you get that. Okay. Yes. So a little more about Eden. She serves as an ambassador for the International Animal Ministry in Lakewood, Colorado. Mind-to-mind, heart-to-heart connection with animals is the path to wholeness for we humans. She served as a teaching assistant for a course titled The Shaman Is You, taught by Dr. Patty Lukenbach, International Animal Ministry Director. She serves as a volunteer for the Horse Protection League in Golden, Colorado, and as a Shelter Animal Reiki Association teacher. Welcome, Eden. I'm so glad you're with me.
Thank you very much, Val. I really appreciate it. And happy Valentine's Day, and happy Valentine's Day to all the people that are tuning in.
I love it. Thank you. Yes, I'll receive that. I like it. My first, Valentine's Day was kind of named after me, right?
That's right. Yes. It's a celebration of you.
That's too funny. Okay, I'm cracking myself up already. Okay, so our topic today is learning self-love from animals. So when you first presenting this topic to me, it so touched me. So tell us a little bit more about where this came from.
Yeah. So for me, Val, one of the first things that I'd like to start off by saying is what you had mentioned about a common thread that we both share, and that is really having, since the time we were children, this awareness of an energy, being able to feel and see it. And I know for myself, my first experience when I was when I was about 4 years of age, and I can feel the tears already starting to brim in my eyes a little bit.
You're in good company. We all get it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's an experience that feels like it happened just a moment ago, and there's so much rich detail that still surrounds it. I remember wearing a pair of little blue plastic clogs and holding this black and green check beach towel, and I was at the local swimming pool with an older sister. And I just noticed that all of a sudden I was becoming very aware of being able to see and feel this energy that was moving among everything. The people, the children, the trees, the grass, the clouds, the sky, everything. And what I remember is that everything about the activity of being at the swimming pool just kind of faded into the background. And I was just very aware that not only was I seeing an energy, I was feeling it. And it was the feeling that brought tears to my eyes. And so if we kind of jump forward to this time in space, 40 years later, and now you know how old I am, what I recognize is that that experience was pure, unconditional love that I was receiving from the divine. And it so touched me, and it has always stayed with me. And there is a quote from Dr. Roger Teal's book, This Life is Joy, and Dr. Roger has his doctorate in divinity. And I'd like to read it for everyone. I think he does a beautiful job of really describing this unconditional love from that divine source. He says, "It's unfathomable love that surrounds and indwells within us. And this love never has to be earned, and it cannot be lost." And that was the thing about the experience when I was 4. I wanted to be in that field of energy always. I didn't want it to leave me. I didn't want it to disappear. And as I've gotten older, I've come to understand it resides right within me.
Wow, I love that. Yes, yeah. You know, if you tune in and if you feel, as you become more sensitive to energy around us, it's so palpable, it's so real. I mean, it's what holds everything together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that reminds me of a time I had a wonderful tabby cat, long-haired tabby cat named Tuffy Tiger, and I noticed I saw her outside on the deck one day, and I looked out, and she was stretched out full length, you know, as long as she could get, with her wonderful tail, fluffy bushy tail, and she was purring, and the energy around her was so dynamic. It was huge. It was she filled the whole space in there, and I just, oh wow, and I tuned into that, and she was just, it's like at one with her space. She was breathing with the trees and the birds and all the beings in Mother Nature, and it was palpable. You could feel the connection, the joy, the love that just permeated everything. It was extraordinary.
Yeah. And I know for myself, Val, I had an experience a little bit older in life with a rabbit companion. And do you want me to chime in here and mention
I love rabbits.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I mean, we should do an Easter. Let's do an Easter show. We'll talk about rabbits.
That's right.
The Easter Bunny.
Rabbit Nation.
Can we communicate with the Easter Bunny? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, please tell us.
I was really blessed at a time in my life to live in Oregon, and so if there are any Oregon viewers that are with us today or listening in, hello, it's a magical place. And for me, I welcomed this 10-week-old mini Rex rabbit, Peter Rabbit, into my life. And immediately we forged, Val, this very strong bond, like you were talking about with your cat companion when you were younger. And I really appreciated at that time learning more about Arielle Ford and what she wrote about around the word soulmate. And she described it as someone that you just feel completely yourself with. It's that sharing of unconditional love. And you feel like when you look at them in the eye, you really have that sense of being home. And so for me, I like how she's very inclusive around that term soulmate, because she says you can experience this with your children, with siblings, parents, friends, coworkers, and certainly, as we're talking about today, the animal kingdom, our animal companions. And I really appreciated how every day, Val, I was able to receive that unconditional love from Peter Rabbit. And I find that there are so many ways that animals shower us with their unconditional love, and it's different for all of us. Sometimes we receive a look that only we know, or maybe it's a nudge or a lick or a kiss. But it really is a wonderful feeling to know that you're loved, and you're loved unconditionally. And I feel like the point that I'd really like to stress here on this part of our discussion is that unconditional love from the animal kingdom is such an incredible gift. It's something that I really feel, like you had mentioned very early on, we need to honor them at that level of being able to provide that for us.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I'm remembering my mare. The horse I had as an adult. Not from I had horses as a kid. In fact, my first job was as a horse trainer when I was 12. I was 12 years old. But
I was the one that shoveled the manure. That was my first job.
I love it. But I remember Glow would, she was appendix mare, a quarter and thoroughbred cross racehorse that came off the track when she ended her career, and I had fallen in love with her because I'd been working with her, for quite a while. In fact, it was through my work that she was winning her races because she hadn't been, and they brought me in, and then now she's happy and she's racing and winning, and then she had an accident and wasn't able to go back. So the point is that she was kind of a wild child, except that, so it's a real handful to handle, except that we had such a bond and there was such a loving energy between us, that when I went out and worked with her as kind of a novice handler that hadn't been around horses in years, she would just give me all her love, and the people around us and her trainer and people who were bred and raised her, they were like, she's going to kill you, oh my God. And Glow would just come and she would put her, head on me, and we would just snuggle, and we just had the coolest relationship, and we played so many fun games together. But it's that special relationship, it's that magical soulmate relationship that you can have with an animal that transforms our life.
Absolutely. And it's amazing how she really was that soul within a horse body as part of the horse nation that really transformed your life and helped you to become who you are today. And that's certainly what I experienced with my rabbit companion as well. Like your mare, he had tremendous wisdom, even though he was in a cute little rabbit body. And what I noticed is that he was very acutely aware of how I was hiding my gifts from the world. And so at that time in my life, I just was in a different awareness, just a different state of consciousness, and was really starting to learn the benefits of meditation in a daily spiritual practice. And I had the vision, Val, repeatedly of Peter Rabbit and I crossing this rainbow bridge to Maui. And yet at the time, I had no idea what the significance was of the Rainbow Bridge. And once that portal of energy opened and we arrived on Maui, he did immediately make his transition. And that was such a tremendous shock, and it was really a jolt to no longer have that day-to-day affection and unconditional love. And I realized that almost immediately at a very subconscious level, I was searching for something that could provide me with that feeling that I had received from Peter Rabbit, and also when I was at the swimming pool as a child, that unconditional love from the divine. And so what I've really learned, and I think you've so beautifully steered our conversation into, is knowing that with the unconditional love that we receive from our animal companions, that truly is the invitation for us to move inward and to deepen within ourselves, where all of this self-love already exists. And it's such an incredible, life-altering thing when we experience that.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. That's beautifully and eloquently stated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. So,
Yeah.
unconditional love from the animal kingdom moves us into more self-love when we're open and are willing
Mm-hmm.
to feel and to receive it and to recognize it within ourselves.
Yes.
Why do you think self-love is so important?
I really learned from my experience with Peter Rabbit, my rabbit companion, that I needed to cultivate a strong, self-loving relationship with myself, and I mean all of who I am, Val. So when I say that, it's really talking about spiritual psychology, where we start looking at all of those disowned and rejected parts of ourselves that we have been deeming unworthy, unlovable, etc. And that ultimately is our shadow. And the shadow is that unawakened self. It's the fearful ego. And what I've learned over time being in this work is that that shadow can really get in the way of clear communication with the animal kingdom. Animals don't have an ego. We have the ego. And when we're not acknowledging and understanding this shadow part of ourself and really bringing it into that place of love, we have that ability to project tremendously in our communication with the animal kingdom. So I've really learned through the years that it's very important for me to remember to surrender that ego, that little part of me, to essentially move out of the way and allow for the clarity that there is something much bigger within me, that authentic self, that divine within me, that has the ability to really be clear in communication with the animals and really step forward in service.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Is there something that our audience could do right now that would help them open this up or begin to dive deeper and explore it?
Yes, and that's a beautiful question, Val, and certainly all of us that are joining in this conversation know that the ways that we can practice self-love truly are endless. And what I've found is that for me, it's been really important for me to just be still with myself and learn from that authentic self within me what it is that really resonates with me that encompasses self-love. I have a sister, and one of the greatest ways that she expresses self-love is through quilting. And I couldn't imagine doing that for myself. I mean, for me, that would be like putting myself in self-help. So I think it's really important that we just really get clear with ourselves what it is that resonates with us, that feels comfortable. And it could be as simple as, having a cup of hot chocolate on a cold and snowy day if you live in a climate like that, like I do here in Colorado. Or maybe it's buying some Valentine stickers to enjoy tomorrow, Valentine's Day, having a therapeutic massage. I think the most important thing is to just know that however we as individuals are expressing our self-love, it's something that's resonating with us, absolutely.
Yes, yes.
The other thing I was going to mention too, Val, is that there are a lot of spiritual visionaries who believe that one of the most important things that we need to do is to be able to serve and care for others, that really keeps us in that vibrational energy of love. And I really like how Dr. Roger Teal describes in his book, This Life is Joy, that no other action moves us back into a consciousness of love more powerfully or reliably than heartfelt giving to another or to a cause that makes a difference. And that resonates with me, and that's why on a weekly basis I am a volunteer at the Horse Protection League in Golden, Colorado. And as we all know that are listening and tuning in today, there's that saying, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher is going to appear. And for me, these horses have been profound teachers. That also brings tears to my eyes, and it's hard to know what words to use to just convey how beautiful their energy has been, providing me with unconditional love and helping me to not only be able to give it, but also to receive it. And as I've really been with them in that energy, I've noticed for myself, there's just been an immense evolution, growth, evolving on my spiritual path, and I know that they are absolutely strengthening my work in the field of animal communication. So being of service in that way has been a profound part of my calling as well. Yeah, the other thing that I would say too, and maybe this last one, Val, this affirmation, little me, move over, and big me, take over. That is a mantra that I just continue to take in many times throughout the day. Little me, move over, and big me, take over. And it's really a reminder to me how important it is that that little me, that fearful ego understand it's with love and compassion that I am embracing you and asking us to step out of the way to allow that authentic self within me, that divine within me, to really have its expression, to really be able to step forward in service with the animal kingdom. And as I've been on this path and have really deepened into the understanding of the importance of all of this, I just know that everything about the animal kingdom, the communion, the connection, the bonding, has just been exponentially growing. It's been profound and wonderful.
Yeah, love that. I love that so much. Thank you, Eden.
Yes.
One thing that I'm reminded of, I just want to share too, is that when I work with my clients and my students, you know, I take them through an exercise to center, to ground, you know, to be fully present. Yes. And when we're there, then we tune into our heart. And so I'll invite everyone to do that right now. So tune into your heart. You can put your hand on your heart if you like. And feel your love for your animals. Feel how grateful you are that they are in your life. It doesn't matter if they've been presenting a problem or stressing you or anything like that, but this is where we start, and it's with our wonderful connection and our love for them, our appreciation for them, the qualities about them that we admire or respect or are learning from, you know, and just stay with that and do that every day. And it will help transform everything about your relationship. So
absolutely, and that's well put, Val, because it's moving us into a shift from human understanding into a deeper place of really allowing for surrendering and trust.
Yes, surrender and trust. Thank you. Yes. Yes, they are master teachers.
Absolutely.
Eden, you also are a master teacher. I'm really, really delighted. I'm so grateful to have you as part of my life. I love you. I appreciate you as well.
Thank you. I love you too, Val. Thank you for all the work that you've done, paving the way for all of us coming behind you.
All right. So, Eden's website, if you would like to go with her, is edenheals.com, correct?
EdenHealing.com.
Healing. There you are. I needed to read it again. EdenHealing.com. So please check out her work. Go give her, show her some love and support as well. Thank you, everybody, for being with us today. This is an episode of the Real Dr. Dolittle Show and the Animal Talk Coaching Club series. Please don't keep us a secret, and please leave your comments. Send us your feedback. Let us know what you think. Tell us about your love for your animals and how you know that they love you. We would love to hear your stories. So, all right. And be sure to pick up your Quick Start to Animal Talk course at the animaltalkcoachingclub.com. Okay, so happy Valentine's, everybody, and sending you much love, many blessings. Thank you so much, Eden.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's to everyone.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Aloha.